Hi guys! Have you ever woken up in the middle of the night, gone to the fridge, and while drinking some water suddenly thought to yourself, what if tomorrow morning our world became exactly like the TV series The Walking Dead? No, don't get it wrong. I'm not talking about a movie where you're the hero and you never miss a shot. I'm talking about the real world, the one you and I actually live in. With these ordinary bodies, these same fears, and these limited resources. It's 8 a.m. No one really knows what's going on yet. The news is showing a series of strange, unsettling reports. People viciously attacking each other in the London Underground, riots in New York, and a bizarre kind of chaos in Tehran. What's our first reaction? We laugh. Or maybe we say, oh, come on, they've made up another rumor. We've gotten used to denying everything. But by noon, it gets serious. The internet goes down. That's the first terrifying blow. Imagine it. WhatsApp stops working, Instagram won't load, and worst of all, there's no Google Maps. You can't even check where your mother, your brother, or the person you love is. The mobile network collapses under the weight of endless calls and completely shuts down. In the streets, traffic is completely gridlocked. The constant blare of car horns mixes with screams and the wail of sirens. People don't even know what they're running from. They just know they have to go. But where? No one knows. In the series, Rick Grimes was in a coma, and when he woke up, everything was already over. But you're awake. You're watching your quiet neighbor tear out the mailman's throat with his teeth. The real shock is this. Your brain can't accept that what it's seeing is real. That mental pause, that split second of disbelief, is exactly the moment that gets so many people killed. A week has passed. If you're still alive, you're extremely lucky. But let me tell you something they don't show in the movies. The smell. The stench has taken over the entire city. Not just the smell of the walking corpses, but the garbage that's no longer being collected and the sewage system that stopped working. The power is out. Do you know why? Because power plants shut down without human operators, and when the electricity goes, the city's water pumps fail too. You turn on the tap, and all you hear is the hiss of air. In the first week, zombies aren't your biggest enemy. Your biggest enemy is thirst. An average person can survive only about 3 days without water. Supermarkets? They were looted within the first 48 hours. Money has no value anymore. A 50,000 Toman note or a dollar bill, now they're only good for starting a fire. One more bitter truth. Those who wear glasses or contact lenses, those who have diabetes and need insulin, or those whose hearts run on pacemakers, sadly, they are among the first victims of a world without technology. Pharmacies are empty, and the nature we once thought we had tamed is coming back to settle the score. All right, let's say you survived, hit some canned food, and found a shelter. Now you're telling yourself, I'll go out there and kill zombies like Daryl Dixon. Let me disappoint you. A human skull isn't a watermelon you can easily pierce with a kitchen knife. The skull is extremely tough. If you try to smash a walker's head with an iron rod, it might get stuck, and you'll lose your weapon. And let's not forget, infected blood splashing into your eyes or mouth during a struggle? Congratulations, now you're infected too. And firearms? Oh, firearms. They look so cool in the movies, right? But in the real world, firing a single shot in a silent city is like ringing a lunch bell for thousands of zombies. The sound carries for miles and draws every dead and living thing toward you. So the golden rule of the first month is this: silence. Absolute silence is the only way to survive. You have to learn how to move like a ghost. 6 months have passed. Zombies aren't that scary anymore. They're slow, they're dumb, and they can be managed. Now, the most frightening creature on Earth is the one walking toward you with a smile on their face. Humans. When there's no law, no police you can call, people's true nature comes out. Groups begin to form, but not kind, democratic ones. Here, power rules. Groups like the Saviors from The Walking Dead start to emerge. Why? because people crave security and they're willing to trade their freedom to a mad dictator if it means they can sleep peacefully at night. At this stage, you have to choose. Will you be the hunter or the prey? Trusting strangers is gambling with your life. That family you gave shelter to might steal your food in the middle of the night and slit your throat.
This is where deep depression sets in. There's no purpose left. University, career, retirement, it's all gone, up in smoke. The only goal now is simple: survive to see tomorrow. And that emptiness, that crushing sense of meaninglessness, takes many people down long before the zombies ever reach them.
5 years have passed since the collapse. One thing many people don't realize is that gasoline has an expiration date. After a year or two, the remaining fuel goes bad, and no cars will start anymore. The roads turn into graveyards of rusting vehicles. We fall back into the Stone Age, or maybe the Middle Ages. Horses become the most valuable means of transportation again. Swords and bows replace guns that no longer have any bullets left. But something beautiful happens too. Nature reclaims the cities. Plants push up through the asphalt. Ivy wraps itself around towers like Eiffel Tower. The air becomes clean. There's no more smoke or pollution. Wild animals return to the streets. The new world is wild, green, and intensely quiet. The zombies have changed as well. They've decayed. Their muscles have withered, and many of them can no longer walk. They're grounded, slowly turning into fertilizer for the soil. The danger is less, but life is harder, because now you have to farm, hunt, and if you get a toothache, well, you'll have to pull it out with pliers. No anesthesia. Well, guys, that was a glimpse of what our world might look like if the Walking Dead became real. It may have sounded bleak, but the truth is, our civilization is incredibly fragile. We're walking on a razor's edge. Just one virus, a massive power outage, or a nuclear war away from collapse. But there's a hopeful point too. Humans are resilient. We survived the Ice Age, we survived the Black Death. If something like this ever happened, maybe 90% of us would die. But the remaining 10% would build a new world, a world where the model of your phone or the brand of your clothes doesn't matter anymore. What matters is how brave you are and how hard you're willing to fight to survive. Now it's your turn. Honestly, write in the comments, if zombies attacked right now, what's the first weapon within your reach? Are you going to defend yourself with a foam slipper, or do you actually have something useful? And in your group, who do you think you'd be? The brave leader, the smart scientist, or, unfortunately, the one who gets eaten in the opening credits?